Hello everyone, here with part 2 of my Men of War battle on hunting, 4 vs 4 I think it is, yep. Okay, yeah, this is Soviet Union versus Germany, in case you haven't figured that out by now, but yeah. Here, I'm moving up my Marines. I finally wanted to get some guys that can actually aim and to put them on the point, because they actually have some firepower with their they have 3 accuracy with their rifles. And they can aim pretty good, and they can aim and attack pretty good. Like right there, boom, that guy in the bushes died in like 1 second, so that's pretty good. So they have pretty lethal firepower. But I think they have machine gunners here in the squads, and apparently they have a sniper who was shooting at my guys, and I didn't even notice that until recently. So good thing I moved them up in front of that tank so they can't shoot all my guys that he's there. I noticed the Stug as my guy gets mowed down trying to run up and scout. I didn't really want him to get mowed down like that, but he did. I have enough money to buy a howitzer at this point, and I probably should have in the long run. Like, I'm just looking at what I can buy. I can buy a D1 howitzer. I could buy the M30, which is a light howitzer. That's the M30 is actually the Su-122's cannon, but not self-propelled, I think. Yeah. Or I could buy a mortar. I probably should have bought a mortar. That would have been the smart thing to do here. Or actually, I say there I was going to buy a Su-122 or an IS-1, or an ISU-152. And my ally there says he's going to buy an IS, so I guess that's what he does. There's a guy running through the bushes there. He runs into the house. My ally destroys a Panzer IV with a T-34-85 there, and there's that damn Stug going over the left flank. And he gets in a battle here with my ally's T-34-85. And I don't know if I watch it 100%, but I notice I have my Zis-2 on the right side, but he's kind of far away. Like, I to select him in a second here to see if he can side shot the Stug, but he's too far away. I was saying you should be able to destroy him if you fire from where you're at. Now, I'm not really sure of how the penetration tables work in Assault Squad, but the Stug 4 would easily get raped by the T-34-85 in regular Men of War, and it would have a little bit of trouble destroying the T-34-85 max range. Right here he moves up a half track, but I fire my Zis-2 right, and I destroy the engine in the hull before he manages to destroy too many of my vehicles, or my infantry, I mean. And then I noticed that Stug 4, I decide to move up my Zis-2 to go side shot him. But he's way too far away. Like right here I do a range check to see if I can still fire, because I'm not really sure of the ranges in Assault Squad. And it looks like I can, but when I actually move up, I can't, he's too far away. So right there, my ally loses his T-34 to the Stug, gets hull destroyed from that far away. That's really far right there. And I was really, I was surprised at how far away he destroyed that T-34, and how the T-34 couldn't destroy the Stug from that range. Well, he probably could, except that he probably missed all of his shots is what I'm thinking. So right here, moving up my Zis, I was planning once I got about halfway across this little hill here that I would stop and shoot, and then I would be able to destroy him. Like right about here, I think I decide I'm aiming, traversing, lining up the shot, and then I realize that he turns, and once he turns there, I don't have enough penetration to kill him frontally. So I'm like, should I fire or not? But then right there, my ally's IS-1, my ally who bought an IS-1, finally hull destroys that damn Stug. And I was like, whew, finally dead. Then right here I look at my points, and I realize I have enough for either an IS-1 or an ISU-152. And I decide to, or even a Katusha, actually, Katusha rocket launcher. I send up 2 guys to try and provide some support, but they kind of get like raped by some really far away machine gunners, and I'm like, oh, darn it, how can I get rid of all these machine gunners? I probably should have bought a sniper. That would have been the really smart thing to do, but I think he had a sniper too, if I remember correctly. So right here I buy an ISU-152. I'm like, the ISU-152 is one of my favorite units from regular Men of War. It has like a really powerful gun, great 8 high explosive support that can rape buildings and squads of infantry and alike, and it's also very good against vehicles. Like, you can smash the hulls of Tigers with HE, or even carve through them with armor piercing. It's just a very good all-around vehicle, and it has its dish heavy machine gun, which is also great against infantry too. But right here I think I realized that it's not quite the same as it was in standard Men of War. Like, I don't know, all of his infantry that he has in the middle there are all really spread out, so it's not really as effective as I was hoping it was. But I think it deters him from getting a lot of armor and in the middle for a little while. I mean, later on, like thinking like towards the end of this video here. He does get a little more armor in the center, but he doesn't like using much. So I'm trying to like remember where his machine gunners and stuff are. Like I move up my Marine there, and he gets raped in like 1 second by a machine gunner, and I realize that I think he's over there by those sandbags. So I fire right here, boom, and the shell goes way over his head. And the shells also move way faster in Men of War 2 or in Assault Squad 2, like you saw there. It went there in like not even a second. And I'm trying to remember where his machine gunners are, but I really can't. Like is he in the bushes? Is he by the boat? Is he by the hammock? Or that little camo net? Is he in the water? I don't know. So I'm just trying to fire again there. Like I almost have the shot loaded. Fire, blam. I don't kill anybody with that shot. Right here, and then right here I buy some more standard infantry guys, which are a blend of SMGs and whatnot. And then I realized that some guys managed to infiltrate to that point that I just looked at right there. Like I saw 3 red dots. And there's all kinds of Flak Panzer 1s and Nashorns and shit going along on the right side. My ally there decided to move his IS-1 from the left to the right, which is probably a good thing to do because we need support on the right. But then he does something dumb in a second here with his IS-1. You'll probably see it when I look over, but I don't know if I do like 100%. There's that darn Panzer 1, and then that Flak Panzer 1 too, which are both kind of just trolling all my allies' infantry on the right side there, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I know there's an SMG guy chasing after my allies' IS-1, and I'm like, oh god, no, please do not lose your IS-1 to an SMG guy. That's what I'm thinking and it's going through my head right now. I break off 3 guys from my main squad to go secure that point full of infantrymen, which has been decapped by 3 infiltrators, I mean. So I'm marching up my squad leader here, or my squad of elites, to see where his machine gunners are. And then I look over here and to see that my allies' IS-1 didn't quite die. So then I notice that there's 2 guys, one in the bush and one over there. And I fire a shell right there, and it goes over his head, and I think it kills 1 guy. But then I realized that they have an SFH-18 heavy howitzer, and that's bombarding all of my partisans with full barrage. As I said in my earlier videos, now its artillery no longer fires a single shot; it fires a barrage, and it has to fire the entire barrage. I think you might be able to adjust the direction and elevation and where the shells go manually during the barrage, but you cannot use the AI. Like the AI, if you tell him to attack a different target, he won't react. You have to use direct control to change during a barrage, during it itself, and then you gotta wait for the barrage to finish, and then you can edit it whenever you want. I'm trying to see if I can counter battery fire it with my ISU, but I can't get the angle or the range right to destroy it. And then my ally mentions there, oh, you got 3 guys, you should go recap the point. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for reminding me there, because I kind of forgot I was trying to counter battery that SFH, and I wanted to see if I could. Then I notice the middle, there's smoke grenades going up, so I fire a shell in the middle there, and I actually kill a guy because it's an SMG, because I wanted to see who was in the middle there, because usually if they throw up smoke, they're moving in more guys, right? Right here I'm trying to decide what infantry to buy. So finally I buy some Red Guards. They're the elite of the Red Army. They're not like body armor has been removed in Assault Squad. Body armor is gone, but instead Assault Infantry and Elites, they have more health to make up for it. So yeah, in the Assault Squad, if the Russian Assault Squad, they have PBS-43 submachine guns. I think they have SVT-40s or Mosins, not really sure, and they also have a few DP-27 machine gunners. And I was kind of dumb not to, I just kind of did it like a traditional Men of War infantry squad. You're not supposed to do that anymore. You're not supposed to just run up all your 10 guys and just park them on the point anymore, and then just, oh yeah, I'm doing a little bit of killing those infantry with the dish. You can see right there, it's very powerful. Damn machine gunners. But yeah, you're not supposed to just move up your whole squad and just sit them down on the point and watch them kill everybody. Like I remember in regular Men of War, I would always do that. With the German Stormtrooper squad, I would always just send them up to the middle, and then I would tell them to go prone, and they would automatically kill everybody because they could resist so much damage and rape everybody with their SMGs. Oh yeah, and also the Red Guards also have bazookas at their disposal too, in addition to their machine gunners. But yeah, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to keep your 2 machine gunners back, and they're supposed to provide suppressive fire while the rest of your squad moves up. You can't just be stupid like in regular Men of War and send your entire squad in and just tell them to prone and attack. You're supposed to keep your machine gunners and maybe your bazooka guy back, and then move up the rest of your guys. Like right here, I kind of have that. I have my 2 machine gunners sort of kind of supporting my guys in the rear. But yeah, and so it kind of worked in by itself, but you're supposed to do that manually now in Assault Squad. You're supposed to manually move back your machine gunners and whatnot. I'm trying to move up my ISU to see if I can bombard that scout car over there, but the but a shell isn't loaded, and by this point he gets out of range. I see a bunch of Volkssturm. You can tell they're Volkssturm, which are like crappy German militia because they're in the green uniforms. They're like the guys that the Germans used when when the war was about to end. It's basically their equivalent of partisans. And I noticed that this 222 is coming over here, and I'm starting to get worried because, oh, what if he flanks my shit? So I decided to select the dish and go into direct control. And I'm like, no, don't traverse the gun. But there, finally, he goes onto the dish. But he kills a whole bunch of infantry, my red guards, because hiding behind that building there. That kind of pissed me off. I'm trying to see if I can line up a shot with the dish, but by this point he's too far away. That guy, I don't know if he's watching. If you're watching this video, really good like vehicle control there, dude. I know I'm good job, but like, yeah, he ran away and he trolled all my infantry and my allies' infantry. I got that damn sniper somewhere too. And then I noticed they're moving up a veteran Tiger. Now this kind of pisses me off. I'm like, uh-oh, a veteran Tiger. Veteran Tigers are a German special point reward unit, and they're basically just like a regular Tiger, except they shoot faster. So right here, as I'm trying to move away, he detracts me, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm trying to line up a shot with high explosive here, because if I can hit the Tiger, he's fucked. But then apparently they have a Nashorn on the right side there that I did not see, and he kills my ISU. So, and that was not really even my fault. My allies probably should have taken care of that Nashorn, but they didn't. Like they had a little bit of a fight here in chat about it in a few seconds here. So yeah, I would have probably been able to kill that Tiger if that Nashorn hadn't shot me, because the Tiger has trouble frontally killing the ISU-152 at a range that far away. Well, if I had landed a few hits with HE or even AP, I probably would have been able to knock him out. And then right there, the Tiger knocks out my ZIS-2, and I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. Like, this is unfair. The other team is like way better than us and way better than me, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? We're screwed. There's 95 out of 100 points. We're gonna lose. So right here I buy Assault Squad or Assault Team or whatever, which is some preset reward point for 6 points. It gives you two T-34-85s with some infantry guys, Tanko, guards, whatever that sit on the sides, like tank descent guys, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, I try to move him up, and I actually have a fail here. Like, I fail pretty bad right here. I park one T-34 and attempt to engage that Tiger, but then I leave the other one out in the open and he gets raped, and that was really stupid of me. I should not have done that. I should have just moved him up behind the building. But yeah, I just move him up here. I kind of park him here. I'm trying to see if I can maybe get a side shot off on that Tiger. And but so I see that Tiger right there, and he's actually shooting at my other T-34 because I moved him up way too far and out in the open, and I don't move him back. I don't know what I was thinking here. It was really dumb. I'm trying to get the tank to load APCR, but he's not cooperating. The shell switch button doesn't really work very well. So right here I noticed I have 117 penetration, but the building is in the way. If that building was not in the way right there and the shell had gotten through, that Tiger would have been dead. But unfortunately the building is in the way, and these APCR shells really suck at going through buildings. So while the Tiger's shooting standard AP and is going through the whole building, well, actually my shells are going through the building too, but his are going through more so, and he has way more armor than I do, so he's moving in. And I'm like, and I'm trying to fight with the shell types here again. Like the shell switch button, which is 0 numpad, isn't working, so I have to like manually do it, and then it doesn't work. So then I'm trying to load APCR again here, and I'm like, come on, fire, maybe I can get him through the building this time. So I fire again, nope, no luck. And I'm like, oh crap, he's moving closer, and I only have 1 APCR left. And right there, he manages to crush me through the building, which kind of pissed me off, because how he was able to do it, and then I wasn't. And then right here, my ally moves up in IS-2, but it's way too late in the game for his IS-2 to be effective. And if that building wasn't there, that Tiger would have been dead, and I might have been able to recap the point and prolong the game, and maybe, because if I had capped that point, their 96 out of 100 would not have been counting up, and ours would have been counting up. So yeah, and then he just kind of parks his IS-2 there and tries to shoot the Tiger, but it's too late. It's just too late in the game by this point. We did a good job. I mean, we actually have 6, and they have like 5. No, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they have 5, so it's 4 and 5. And yeah, right there he detracts him, and it's 98 out of 100. And the game is basically over at this point. I'm like trying to see what can I buy right here? Guards, sniper, guards, rifles. I don't know. Probably should have got a guard sniper. That would have really helped. But it's just too late in the game at this point. I really got to improve on Assault Squad. It's really different than Standard Men of War, but it is definitely a good game. I like the graphical improvements, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing it when it comes out later this year. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, this has been Guy number 7. See you later.